Guys, this is the type of thing that you have to be very, very careful of when dating. Very careful. There's a lot of narcissistic people in this world that have their own vision. They have their own way of thinking a relationship should be this way. I deserve this. I deserve this kind of treatment. And this is what we're here to talk about today, because you guys have to be careful of certain behaviors that you're going to see in people in relationships. This is a very specific topic. And we're going to talk about how narcissists want you to obsess over them. Love is perfectly fine. And relationships are built off mutual, that's the key word here, mutual love and respect. Obsession is narcissistic in itself. And narcissists want you to obsess over them. They want all the attention, the validation, the admiration. They want all these kinds of things. And they want you as a relationship partner to provide that to them. Tell me I'm beautiful every day. Tell me all these things. Tell me how, pretty I am all the time. Like, it's all things like that, bro. They want you to obsess over them. Do this for me. Do that for me. You don't do this enough for me. When you already do, lots. That's the sad part, bro. That is the sad part. When you already do lots and they demand more, you guys have to really watch out for these behaviors, bro. There's people in relationships and it's like normal. They don't overly do much for each other. They love each other. They have mutual love and respect, but it's like the gift giving, the kind gestures, the constant validation and praise, it's just not happening. It's not that you can't do those things sometimes. Of course you can. Of course you can tell your girl she's pretty, she's beautiful, and all these things. Of course you can. But the constant telling them these things and putting them on this pedestal, and guys, you're devaluing yourself. Are they doing this for you? Or do they just expect all this queen treatment all the time and they expect you to be that way for them specifically? And they're just taking it all in and just loving every second of it. And you guys know what that's doing? That is you devaluing your own self. You're going to start to praise them so much you forget about yourself. Narcissists want you to forget about yourself and your own needs and your own wants and things that's important to you. They want you to forget about that stuff. They want you to completely forget about yourself. It's all about them. They want you to think about them 24/7. They literally want you to obsess over them. So as you guys get in these relationships, you have to be very careful of what a person is doing and saying to you and what they want. You can hear somebody out of their needs and their wants and their values and everything else, but is it realistic? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? People have preferences. People can, whatever, but who wants constant praise? That's like me, let's say in a relationship with some girl or something. That's like me being like, hey, babe, just always tell me how great I am. Tell me how hard I work all the time. You should obsess over me. You should just tell me all the time just how amazing of a man I am and how much I do for you all the time. You should just do that because it's going to make me feel amazing. Bro, I don't even need to hear it once, to be completely honest. And should you hear it once? Yeah. Your partner can compliment you. But that's what makes it special. That's what makes it meaningful. They can come out of nowhere as weeks or a month goes by or however long. And they can, like, if you make them feel really good because of the way you are and the things you do, the things you provide, they can give you that gesture. They can, and that's perfectly normal. Those things should happen, but they're constant. Here and every day, it's not going to become special. Saying I love you to one another every day is a whole different thing, and that can definitely happen, and it probably should in a healthy relationship. But to just be praised and all these things every day and it's just constant, it's going to become not special. It's going to become forced. Why does it have to happen every day? Why does it have to happen every 24 hours? People who need that, bro, are narcissistic to the core of their beings. They start to expect it. They start to demand it. Because they're so insecure in themselves, they demand these things. They demand praise. They demand validation. Because they cannot validate themselves. They don't feel good themselves. And that's why I'm making this video, because narcissists want you to obsess over them. And when you do that, you lose yourself completely. All you do is think about them. To the point where you start forgetting things that you do and the things that you used to do. That is not good. You become someone who becomes unhealthy in your own mind and soul, and even sometimes in your body. You become a worse version of yourself. And relationship partners, guys, should not make you a worse version of yourself. None should. But narcissists want that. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to be like, be a worse version of yourself for me. They're not going to tell you that. But their actions and what they're demanding from you is going to make you a worse version of yourself. All of a sudden, the narcissist can start to wonder why you're like not as good as you used to be. And they can actually leave you at that point. Because they got so much from you and drained you and just got so much. To the point where you're not yourself, and then they're like, this person's not even good anymore. See ya. And they're going to go to the next supply, and they're going to continue this pattern with somebody else, and the abuse will continue on. Because they're not a good person, bro. They are a demonic entity. And they will ruin your life. All the things you've done for them, and that's how they repay you. Narcissist, purebred narcissist. And they are evil to the core of their beings. This is why they want you obsessed. So if you guys have a relationship partner, bro, that wants you obsessed with them, run. The only thing we should be obsessed with is God. And serving God. And doing the things that God wants us to do. Not what the narcissist wants you to do. Because that is their own selfish needs and desires. And they're warped in their own brains. They are warped. They are not real people. They are far from that. They're just demonic. Straight up demons, bro. And like I said, guys, I've been helping an overwhelming amount of people on calls regarding this topic lately. Lots. And for some reason, which it's understandable, this is a very hot topic right now. This is a very, very strong topic as of right now. A lot of this stuff is going on in the world. A lot of people, bro, are damaged. A lot of people are not themselves at all. We have to protect ourselves and our energy from all these crazy types of individuals at all costs. Because if you don't, it will cost you your life. The longer you're with a narcissist, the longer you're around a narcissist, the worse things get. The more distance you have, the better it is. The closer you are, the worse it is. And the closer you are, over time they start to devalue you and expect you to praise them. They want to be superior to you. They want to be over top of you, looking down on you as if you're some peasant. You should be their slave, and you should do all these things for them because they just deserve it just because. And you can't even believe the things you're seeing them do. Like, you can't even believe it. Narcissists cause brain damage, guys. It's atrocious. It's out of this world. And it doesn't matter how good of a person you are. None of that matters. In fact, and I've said this in the video, I think the most recent video I made other than this, the better of a person you are, the harder they're going to be on you because they want to bring you down right where they're at. They want you to suffer. They are jealous of the real empathy and the real love you have inside of yourself. They only wish they could have those things that you have. So they want to take that from you. They're so mad that you have it. They want to strip you of that. They want to strip you of your own self-identity. They want you to praise them because I need praise. I need this guy to praise me, and I need all this stuff. They're so mad, bro. They're literally insane. They're not a real person. That's gone. They have been taken over by something completely different. And to deal with that is like dealing with the devil and a demon. They cannot help it, guys. They cannot help that. So before you guys get out there dating or whatever else, you might want to be very careful of who you choose to have close to you and be very aware of the red flags you see. And when you start to see things, bro, ignoring that is only going to cause damage. And it's going to be such a small amount of hurt by letting them go. And that's not that easy to do, because when you start to like someone, it's not easy to let them go. Plus, it's going to make you feel guilty. Let's say if you started building something up with a new person you got to meet, you're building it up, you seemingly both like each other a lot, and it's going somewhere, but you start to see red flags. It's not the easiest thing in the world to just let that go. It's not only for your own sake, it's for their sake. You would feel very guilty to just cut them cold. And it would probably be very damaging to them if you did that. But this is the dangerous part of it all, guys. This is the dangerous part of it all. You staying leads to so much damage on your end, it's not even ridiculously funny. That's the thing. You staying, it's going to cut deep. It's going to really affect you a lot to stay. And it's going to be very hard to leave. But you have to leave. You must leave. You cannot stay like that. They have to go, bro. They have to go. Because they will destroy you inside and out. And the longer you're around them for, the worse things are going to get. Their job is to literally destroy you inside. That's their job. Because they're destroyed inside. They want the same for you. They think that's how it has to be. The crazy thing is, guys, the way a narcissist can make you feel by devaluing you is how they actually feel inside almost all the time. They feel that worthless. They feel that bad inside. And it's sad. It's sad to see people like that, but It's not your job to fix them, and you can't fix them. The only thing that can fix a narcissist is God himself. God can heal all, but you have to let him in. You have to let God do what God does. And it's not easy to heal a narcissist. It's not impossible, but it's not probable either. So guys, I don't recommend having these toxic people in your life because it's detrimental to your life, to your well-being, to your health, to your success. It's going to bring you down, bro, so very low. And a whole part of their tactic of making you be obsessed with them is to get you closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and more reliant and dependent on them, all for them to devalue you harder than they ever have. So if you forget about yourself, if you forget about your hobbies, if you forget about the things you do, and you're just so fixated on the narcissist and providing for them and doing things for them and boosting them up and stuff like that, and obsessing over them the way they want you to, you are screwed. But if you can remain focused on yourself, your health, your well-being, you have much better odds of not being affected nearly as much as it could have been. But guys, if you get completely blindsided by these individuals, you are in over your head where you cannot swim. They will literally rip you apart inside, guys. They will rip you apart inside and blame you. They think you deserve that. They think it's the right thing. And they'll still have things to say like you did them wrong, or you did bad things, or you're a bad person, when you did nothing but try to love these people, do things for these people. That is how they repay you. Why? Because they're a narcissist. Like I said, they're like wild dogs. Or a wild animal in general. It's going to bite you if it sees you. Depending on the animal, I guess, but you just understand. You want to walk in the jungle with a lion? What do you think it's going to do? Just look at you? I mean, you'd be lucky if it didn't attack, but chances are, if you're roaming around the African jungle by yourself and an animal like that comes across you, you're probably going to get attacked. It's probably going to happen. So, come across a narcissist, there's a slight chance nothing might happen. But if you get close to them, bro, you're screwed. You are absolutely screwed. You're going to get, they will attack. They will ruin your whole life. It might never be the same. But if you can take the right actions, of course it'll be the same, and you'll be better than ever. And that's what you guys have to understand. Understanding this stuff is what's healing. Not understanding this stuff is what's detrimental. So understanding, like I said, is the most important thing out of this entire process of going through these things. So that is it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this take. Be very careful who you get around, because there's very dangerous people out there, guys. And a lot of them are wolves in sheep's clothing, and they will attack. So be careful. That being said, God willing, God bless. We'll see y'all at the top.